Well, here we go.
Yep.
If you followed
Manny.
us on Instagram, you would already known
Yep.
that this was going to be the thumbnail.
Yep. Manny, even if you didn't follow Instagram, if you followed this show for the year and a half or whatever it's been that we've been on the air, you knew damn well that it was going to be these three girls. That it was going to be this. The number one faction going in wrestling today. Toxic Attraction. Yes.
Marcus, they did it faster than the Shield. They did it faster than the Shield. They did it faster than the NWO. They done it faster than G Generation X.
Did it better than the BWO, the Super Elite, the Elite, the Bullet Club, and another form of the Elite that I can't remember. The Village Club or whatever.
I mean, these three didn't have to form a company to hold all the titles, Marcus.
No. They just had to change their hair color. That was it. Like, literally, it was 1 week, Mandy Rose is sitting on the table. Next week, she's teaming up with these teams. Then, they're taking bodies. Then, they got title shots. Now, they are champions. That is the progression of life. That's how fast you're supposed to work. Fuck Thanos for taking 8 movies to get the Infinity Stones. They got it in 4 weeks.
Exactly. Look at this. I had time to make a collage.
Man, yeah. I mean, we could go all day. And I don't think a single viewer would complain about them winning these titles and all these images.
Let me go to one of my correspondents and ask him what he thinks about my thumbnails. They're great. Oh!
Diamonds are forever, and so is Toxic Attraction. What happened to go?
Marcus, I need to ask you a question though.
Yes.
Isn't this what you wanted from Hit Row? You wanted this from Hit Row, but now you got it from Trick and Mello.
Yeah, this looks like a scene from The Fast and the Furious. Like, they just cut this scene out. Like, they're gonna be racing Vin Diesel and some random race, and they're like, they're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna go here, and then they lose all their money. That's what this looks like. But
No,
Freddie,
no.
I'm about it.
I must correct you, my friend. This is the next movie. If I told you this was a trailer to Bad Boys 5, you would believe me.
Yeah, I was like, damn, they really couldn't get Martin and Will, huh? But Tricky Mello, I'm down for it. I'm about it. We stay together, we ride together. Bad Boys for life. Bout it. I would love the next Bad Boys movie. This is called Bout It. Haunted Edition, the horror movie. With
a special cameo from Andre Chase.
Yes. Oh shit, as he says.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Oh!
Welcome
I know
everyone to the
somebody that
Untitled Manny and
screenshotted
Marcus
that
show.
one.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm of course Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by
Marcus, the grand finale. And Manny, let me tell you something. This show is white girl heavy. That's where we're at. Because we done start off with Toxic Attraction. Then, as Levi said in the chat, this looks like BET Uncut. This does look like a version of BET Uncut. That's the start of the video with Trick and Mello, followed by images of Toxic Attraction and Jordan Grace, the Impact Media champion of the world.
What does that even mean?
Don't worry about it, man. She holds the title.
Is this because Zack Ryder probably holds the trademark to the internet champion of the world.
I guess so, but I heard the media champion, you can fight both men and women. And who better to whoop up some men's ass than Jordan Grace? Let's be honest. She'll whoop him up. But yes, we got a hot show today. I got some stuff to talk about.
Why don't you lead with the stuff you got to talk about today, then, Marcus?
All right.
Oh no! Someone dies when we hear that music. Someone has died.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today.
Oh.
In conjointy. I know that's not a word, but I'm gonna say it. The Lord just had me project that word out to you. But last night, or yesterday afternoon, or whenever I woke up after a long, long nap, I had learned that the wrestlers of Ring of Honor have all been released, and that they are subject to not return to April of 2022 if their hiatus is successful. And I have no idea what a successful hiatus is.
First of all, why are you reading this like the bear cat?
Well, Manny.
Well, first of all, and then the well you just used sounded like Hawk from Legion of Doom.
Was it? Wow. Yeah. Well. Yeah. So that happened. AEW, the first casualty of the Wednesday Night War, kind of demo war, whatever you want to call it. Ring of Honor has officially kind of folded and collapsed. And the writing was on the wall, right? It's terrible, but the writing was on the wall that something bad is going on in Ring of Honor due to the lack of traction they were just seeming to get everywhere. This is one of the most popular brands on of all time, and then boom, AEW happens in death.
As we said numerous times before, the moment AEW came on the scene, that was it. That was the end of Ring of Honor. Like, no one was really talking to them. Even when we were in the mid-card mess, like it used before AEW, a time before AEW, that you'd get more references to Ring of Honor. Like, here's what's going on in Ring of Honor. It's only occasionally now, and that's only when Jamal tells us. When Jamal, the encyclopedia of wrestling,
yes,
tells us that this happened on Ring of Honor, and I'm like, cool.
Dope. Crazy. Love to hear what Grisham's doing. Oh, Lethal's doing what? Oh no, there goes Roosh. Ooh, there goes Dragon Lee. Oh, what? What's going on here? Man, the Briscoes are doing what? Dang. But Ring of Honor, at one point, probably the number 2 wrestling promotion to be in the United States, if not the world. Yeah, because
I don't think it was ever that big. I don't think it was bigger than Impact.
I think at one point they leaped over Impact because Impact, remember, fell off and ended up on like the Pop channel and all that, and it was only WWE. And then you hear what's going on with Ring of Honor because the Bugs, Adam Cole, and their dealings with New Japan and stuff. Ring of Honor was hot. It was number 2, and then suddenly, boom, they just fell down a staircase.
So Eric asked, "What are some of your favorite Ring of Honor memories?"
Well, it's probably more of the past ones of the Bryan Danielson days and Samoa Joes and stuff like that. But it's probably going to a lot of the final battles in Vegas when I would go to those shows and get the double shows. So probably those. It's a mix. It's a lot.
Yeah, I think mine was from the era before everyone started going to the other companies. Before like Punk went to WWE. And then when AJ passed through there, Joe passed through there. Everyone was passing through Ring of Honor to go to Impact or TNA back in the day. Though that was the time to watch it, but just like around maybe around 2002, 2005.
You gotta go with the Jay Lethal title run with the Moment of Truth. Prince Nana time with the Embassy.
Anytime Prince Nana was there.
Yeah, with the embassy and all of that. The run of the kingdom. It's just so many good moments in Ring of Honor. So many classic matches. So many breakout, I guess, stars. Everybody today that is a star was in Ring of Honor. Whether you're Seth freaking Rollins or Bryan Danielson or Adam Cole, the Bucks. I'm confused on why you're booing me, Cody Rhodes. It doesn't matter. Everybody that is currently somebody went through Ring of Honor, and it's a damn shame that they were not able to produce anything out of this. Like, nothing ever benefited Ring of Honor, and I felt like they understood who they were. They were just a feeding ground, and then WWE got NXT, and they start scooping up all their guys.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, and then people had to decide, I'm going to Impact, and then AEW became an option, and then there's Japan that had this upsurgence out of nowhere, people going over there, and it was just, it was too, I feel like it just, times caught up to Ring of Honor.
I think it's sad, but like knowing that they said that the first quarter of 2022 they're going to review and refresh what their plans are, how they're going to go move forward. And I don't see any reason as to why they can't continue to be that kind of feeder system.
Yeah.
And like still put on great shows. So like I don't think it's completely over for them. Like I think there's still a place for them in this in the wrestling landscape. I just think it's gonna be, I think it's a lot more difficult now that AEW is around.
Yeah. Maybe they're not gonna focus on doing weekly shows and just let's see who we can scoop up and do big shows with all the independent talent. That's what I think they're going to do at this current moment. And to quote Levi, All Out was basically a Ring of Honor show. It was the Ring of Honor reunion show. It was like watching ECW One Night Stand, if you want to go that route. But with Ring of Honor. Without calling it Ring of Honor. Because you had the return of CM Punk to the ring, Bryan Danielson, and ending with Adam Cole. And then there was the Young Bucks and stuff at the end. Omega, who wasn't really is not really known. He was in Ring of Honor for a little bit, but more associated with Japan.
Wait, no, it wasn't All Out the first show.
All Out was the one with Danielson made his debut. No, All In is the first show.
All In was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was still a Ring of Honor show.
Yep, and it's Ring of Honor's fault. They should have never let the Bucks and Cody and all those people get together and say, "Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this."
It's still Dave Meltzer's fault because even daring they couldn't sell out 10,000 seats.
Yep, and the Ring of Honor
it's
is
Meltzer's fault.
Yeah, not only Meltzer, but Ring of Honor shouldn't allow them to do that show. It was like, nah, man, y'all work for us. They should have been so generous because they put the light going like, we don't need you, Ring of Honor. We can put our own initials on a show.
Yeah, so there's that. I think there was more Jimmy Jacobs bad news that came out.
What's this?
Further amputation or something along those lines. I don't remember. I saw the headline on Cultaholics News, and then I didn't really pay attention to the rest.
Oh no, I don't know.
He made
Jimmy
a tweet
Jacobs?
that he's like, yeah.
I thought I saw that he was having a match with somebody on the Indies.
Isn't he the one that has to have like his everything amputated? Not Jimmy Jacobs. Who's the one? Jimmy Rave. That's the one.
So, yeah, that's bad news there. I always thought he would be a huge star. Him and like Chris Hero. That's Cesaro in Ring of Honor too. Jesus.
They've had everyone.
Yeah, everyone that everybody loves.
You're the only one to leave that and not, I don't feel like, be a success, and he should have been a success. Chris Hero.
Chris Hero should have been the biggest star in wrestling. Should have been the biggest star in wrestling. Charisma, ability, size. He has everything. He had everything. And then he decided to side with WWE, and that never worked out since for him. I blame Florida Championship Wrestling for that, and I'm never going to forgive him for it. Oh. You know, but then they also had a lot of bad luck with Marty Scurll, who they, re-signed, and, he has his issues.
They gave him too much. In an effort to keep him away from AEW, WWE, they made him their head booker.
Yeah, they gave him everything, and it was just like, oh. And he was showing up in NWA, and then next thing you know, we never saw Marty again. Wonder whatever happened to him.
Well, he's lurking around in places, but like, I don't think anyone really wants to touch him at this moment in time.
Maybe 10 years from now, someone will be like,
Possibly.
hey, Maestro. Yeah. And then, you know, they had their backlash with Matt Taven. I don't think they ever recovered from the Matt Taven run as champion. I think they got a lot of backlash with that.
No, I don't think they recovered from the Dalton run. That was a terrible run as Ring of Honor champion.
Yeah. That was another bad one. Yeah. Just a lot of bad luck for Ring of Honor, but I wish them well in all the future endeavors. Of the talent that has left that are being released from Ring of Honor, the talent I want to see go into the mainstream, whether it's WWE or AEW, don't care which one. I really want to see the Briscoes get that mainstream attention. The best tag team in probably the last 20 years hasn't been on any national real show. And they've only been loyal to Ring of Honor, and I would love to see them go swell. They're currently the GCW Tag Team Champion.
Eric asks, who's more toxic, Marty or Tessa? The obvious answer is obviously Tessa.
You think so? I think Marty's more toxic. I think
No.
Marty's bad press. Marty's bad press.
Marty's bad press.
People forgive racism. Mel Gibson is making a comeback.
No, see, Marty in England, doing that, if he got consent with a 16-year-old in England, in the UK, totally fine.
That's true.
It's whether he didn't get consent that becomes the problem. Tessa being a racist and being difficult to work with is more toxic.
Yeah, but people forgive racism. It's disgusting, but they're like, they're just a little racist. Hogan's back. And then Mel Gibson's making a comeback. I think I see Michael Richards, a.k.a. Kramer, walking around every now and then. You know, people forgive the racism.
Was there any other story you wanted to cover?
No, that was it, you know. Hopefully Jay Lethal ends up back at Impact, because I can't see him going anywhere else. And I don't want to see him in All Elite Wrestling because they will not push him because he's black. I'm curious where all these guys are going.
He won't make it in WWE because if you go under the new Vince rule, he's too old to go to WWE now.
Yes.
So going back to Impact would be probably the best option for him.
How dare Eric put slander in the chat? Marcus is back after his Yeah, my Saudi show. I'm back. You know, people forgive me. I just got to do an apology and go get to sensitivity training, and I'm back at it. Wear my Walter shirt every week.
So Walter's apparently touring with the SmackDown roster in the UK this November. Incoming.
He's coming. He's gonna be there. I can see him on SmackDown this Friday, Manny. This Friday.
I want to see him chop the shit out of some Usos.
See, you got him going after the big dogs already. I don't have him going there. I got him beating the shit out of Woods for no reason. What did you think you're the king of the ring? This ring is sacred. This ring is sacred. And came into Coffee's chest so it's straight again. So you fix Coffee's chest. That's how hard he
back. So hard in the back, his chest comes back out.
Coffee can only say thank you. Thank you at that moment.
Kofi, I made your chest relevant again.
Can't wait. The tragedies of Ring of Honor folding and Walter's marriage is also the saddest part of my soul, in which I get what I want. Walter in the main roster in the USA, and I get maybe the Briscoes and some of that Ring of Honor talent filters out into some of these other shows.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, let's move into NXT. I forgot I had this graphic. It feels like ages since I used this graphic.
You only did the painting. Oh,
the only thing I'm missing is the painting. Okay, so it was NXT.
Marcus went off on the Saudis? Question mark? Just because they look Puerto Rican doesn't mean they are? That's the racism I also bounced back from as well. It wasn't racism. I just didn't like those people.
See, I normally filter Levi in the chat because he says stuff that I can't say and I can't read out, so I will refuse to say it.
It's okay. I'm not ashamed of my past. We all grow from it. I still do not like those people. The colognes. I'm talking about.
Okay, so NXT was a Halloween Havoc with Chucky making numerous appearances.
Chucky had to earn that money tonight. This was like the Raw guest host when they show up in 2 segments. Chucky had to earn that money.
The best thing I saw was an image of Saray holding Chucky and it looking like her child. Same haircut. So it opened up with the Stairway to Hell triple threat ladder match with the Toxic Attraction, Indy and Persia, and then Io and Zoe Stark, who came out to an entrance of Bobby Lashley of yesteryear. If you don't believe me, go back and watch it. She came out and did the...
She did. I believe you're 100%. And in this matchup, Manny, the worst wrestler in there may have been Zoe Stark because she was messing up all over the place, I feel like. She messed up.
I think it was a mix between her and Persia Perotta.
That's true, too.
Both were pretty bad in this match.
They were sloppy. Even though it had a lot of sloppiness involved in there, really still a good match.
Oh, yeah,
I enjoyed the rush to climb the ladder because everybody was climbing the ladder at every given moment just to try to win the match. Like, it wasn't just like us going for spots, but it was the I need to get up to climb this ladder. We gotta win these titles. And it seemed like everybody was going for the title and didn't have anything that was confusing. And then he almost died.
That was a nasty bump. And the fact that he zoomed into Indy Hartwell's eyes afterwards, you knew it was a bad bump.
Well,
so backstage, I read the reports backstage that they said that Io's fine.
Yeah.
So no injury, but Jesus, that looked bad.
It looked bad, but if you watch the landing closely, it looks like she nails it. She nails that landing. It's a very hard fall, but she nails it. It would probably be no different than falling into the ring, if not falling. If she would have missed it a little bit to the left, maybe she would have got hurt more, but it looked something nasty. And it was probably the most dangerous bump of the week of any kind.
Eric says some awful bumps in that match. Io and her partner, doesn't even give her a name, deserved to lose when they tried to climb the ladder by herself.
Yes. People are going to talk about Io's bump, but I think Gigi Dolan was powerbombed hard on that ladder in that match. Yeah, and I was like, Jesus. And that normally you could get a holy shit chant for that, but I think that was a general sound of concern before the holy shit chant. When she hit that, it was like, ooh, holy shit. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit, she's dead. But Gigi grabbed the title at the end, proving that they are the best women's tag team NXT has ever had. Why grabbing those titles?
Eric asked, will Gigi and Double J be like Swerve and they'd never defend those titles?
I hope not.
I hope. Well, Toxic Attraction, much unlike Legado del Fantasma, really do run the bingo. They really do.
You know what this means, Manny? You know where we're going with this. There's 4 of them now, technically. Dakota Kai is technically on the side. She's on the side. But Raquel's going to have to put together a team. And we're going straight into War Games!
Well, I want to, but then I remembered I mentioned it in the chat. Not the chat, in the mid-card mess. And then I can't remember who said it, but questioned whether this direction of NXT will actually have takeovers after this. Because it doesn't... From their plans, it doesn't seem like they are going to.
I think it's not going to be a takeover. I think it's just going to be like Halloween Havoc.
Oh, just during the week?
Just during the week. Just do it on Tuesday.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
It's called NXT War Games. It will fill out the whole 2 hours of the show. We do 1 match with the women, 1 with the men, and you're done.
Yeah.
It's about War Games take an hour.
We get Joe Gacy versus Malik Blade. This was terrible. I don't know why I watched this. I don't know why.
I didn't hate this. Wait a minute. I didn't hate this at all.
Of all things on NXT, on this show, this was the worst thing on it.
It was a squash match. Let us breathe a little bit. Io Shirai may have been dead. You had to have something fill it up. I didn't think this was worse than the Uso brother debut later, which had no purpose whatsoever.
Then we get a promo package of Kaylee Ray, who is pissed. They're like a respect, and everyone's gonna pay as she smashes up some microwaves.
Yes. She was so pissed. She was just wrecking shit. She was like at a thrift store, just causing problems. It's like, why? Why are you tearing up this stuff, ma'am? Can you please? I'll pay for all of it. It doesn't matter. But
Okay.
I forgot that she was on NXT. I did. Until this package happened. I was like, oh yeah! She came over right in the transition.
So, after this, we get Diamond Mine with an open challenge, which is answered by OJ Styles. Odyssey
Brother!
There is no way that this isn't the quote of the week.
Yes. Brother, no, your ass, you know damn well your ass ain't 205.
I've got the full quote.
Oh, okay.
Brother. I mean this with all due disrespect. Your big ass is not 205 pounds.
Yes. But Roddy took the match on. Yeah.
Due disrespect.
Yeah, all due disrespect. It's great. And it was really a black moment between two black guys talking where it sounded like my brother. I mean this. You need to sit your fat ass down, basically. But Roddy took on the match, former Ring of Honor
alumni. Ring of Honor alumni.
I believe he was world champion. It was when Roddy was versus the world. He was the champion or something of some kind. And this is another alum that, Ring of Honor couldn't hold or keep and build behind their brand. And now leading the Diamond Mine. Had a solid match with your boy, Odyssey Jones.
I mean, it was an okay match, but it was very basic. Very basic. And it took the entire Diamond Mine to put down the big old J.
Yeah. Yes. So,
Eric said you can get to 205 if you pay $2.99. Not if you're OJ Styles. That's 405. He is 405 and very alive.
Unlike that brand of a show, which was like the second casualty. Well, it might have been that's actually the first casualty of the Wednesday Night Wars. It's 205 Live.
There's all sorts of happening on 205 Live now.
Yeah. It just exists. I don't even know what's going on. Last time I looked up Peacock,
of NXT. Just no one watches it.
Yeah. Last time I watched it, last time I looked up for 205 Live Peacock, they just had an episode up there for September. No one's realized that it's been canceled on Peacock. It was something in mid-September or early September, and I was like, ugh. The hell?
And then we move swiftly on to Mandy Rose versus Raquel Gonzalez in a Chucky's Choice, which turns out to be a trick or street fight. We went just out there with all the puns today.
Yeah, no Trick Williams involved in this match. No Trick Williams, just a street fight. It's not an option of you get to fight Trick or go into the street fight. No, this is just a street fight. I was really disappointed when that happened. I was like, oh, Trick is involved.
So there was the Mandy Rose V-trigger where Raquel was trapped in a chair. And
yes.
that was the best V-trigger ever.
That's the first one she's ever landed. Yep.
She landed that clean, and the fact that didn't end the match, I was a little bit disappointed.
She threw her in the ring after, and it was like, oh, here we go. No, it's not over.
2 V-triggers, a shovel in the back from a lost druid, later to be revealed as Dakota Kai, and we have a new NXT Women's Champion.
Manny, are you aware? Because I decided this was happening at the time. Remember the vignettes of the person in the graveyard?
Yeah.
Was this the payoff to that?
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I just put that together.
I told
now,
you it was a woman. I just couldn't tell you. I didn't think they were gonna go back to Dakota Kai.
Me either. I didn't think she was back. I was sure she was main roster gone, and then Vince was probably watching it going, nah. back to the color blur. Oh, so she hit her with the shovel, and I believe this is I know there's something else in this show. We're gonna talk about Dynamite later, but this is going with my pettiest moment of the week in wrestling. This is some old shit to be hitting somebody over. Right? Your feud is long done. There's been a rebrand. Everything has happened. There's no reason for you to come back and hit somebody with a shovel. That was some petty ass shit, and it was unnecessary.
Dakota Kai is like Frieza. She has so many forms, but at the end she won't win. How dare you, Eric? One day she will win. One day.
And by the way, Frieza's a man, baby. Yeah. Which always throws me off, because I've always associated Frieza with as a female character, but apparently it's a dude. It's just a dude.
And then we move over to the Loomis Funhouse.
This was filtered throughout the show.
Yeah, but so they pull up at the house.
Yeah.
Trick Williams wanted none of this, suggesting he'd buy Mello a replica title.
He ain't shit. I mean, no, man, I want the one with my plates on it. Manny, if we had to enter a haunted house, I would say, you lost it. You lost it, all right? I'm not going into these guys' house. They're going to probably murder us. Let's just the replica. There's been numerous replicas before. I'm not playing their games. Gargano admitted that he home alone the shit out of this place.
And I'm totally I really like that quote.
Yes. Because I didn't really see the booby traps. It just seemed like it was a lot of cameras. I didn't really get all the booby traps, but he really did. And it seemed like, Dexter's house was bigger than the time that Grimes visit, but it seemed like it had less stuff in there. Less horrors.
I mean, it was
no
cleaner.
Zombies.
I mean, it was cleaner this time.
No zombies, because last time it was a plethora of zombies.
But just remember, this time last year, you had Grimes pulling up to this house with just his waistcoat, hair, and then trying to go, Lewis, is that your sister?
Yeah. So in this fun house, they were both terrified. They get separated at some point, and Trick ends up slapping Mello in the face, and Mello taking it in stride. Because we would have been fighting. I would have been about it. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
They run into all sorts in the house until they find Andre Chase, who stated he's on a field trip and he's lost all his students.
Trick responds, you mean that dead kid in the woods? He goes, which was hilarious. It was a good line, because they did run through that dead kid in the woods.
Earlier the payoff that would have got me was it Steve?
It was Steve. Yes.
The part that really
That's
bothered
true.
me was when they found the title and removed that. I was secretly hoping for some Indiana Jones shit.
Yeah, I wanted him to pull the hat and then put the sand and him going like back and forth with a full estimate and then running out. But basically the segment is with Loomis and Gargano, I think, punching I almost called them Street Profits, but these dudes. These gentlemen. And then they run off into the night, and next year will be at Gargano's house.
Where we get now Grayson Waller and LA Knight arguing about who's the host. And then Solo Sikoa comes out and then drops Waller, and LA Knight escapes.
Yeah. Useless segment. But I would like to see LA Knight and Waller just become a tag team. They have the same character. They're both kind of scumbags. Also, there was the NXT party going on in the back.
That was the worst party ever.
Oh no, it seemed like fun. Someone went to a table. There were a lot of drunk people there. And I believe Tony D'Angelo and Last Legend are going to bang at some point in the show. There have no reason. That's all the story can go.
I still need someone to explain to me why this motherfucker is over, because I don't get it.
Forget about it, Manny. Forget about it.
No.
They love him over there. They love him.
Imperium versus MSK, the Lumberjack or Lantern match. For a second, I thought one of them was dressed up as the Fiend.
And you know, because of the pants, right?
Yeah, that's all I can see. I was like, dressed up as the Fiend. No.
By the way, he's posting cryptic messages because that's apparently what people do these days. Post cryptic messages, and it's like 2 days, and it's like, all right, that's not that cryptic.
Well, there's Rampage.
Is he gonna show up on Rampage? I don't know. Is he gonna move the needles to Rampage? I don't think so at this point. I think they've gotten everybody they can possibly get. Like the disgruntled Bray Wyatt fans.
Consider how many of the ROH talent they're going to probably absorb, as well as adding him. You're then looking at, if you're in AEW, whether you should be there or not.
Well, Tony Nese is in the crowd of every episode of Dynamite, so let's enjoy that while it's there. They scoop up anybody. Let's go in there. They got like 8 Tony Neses already. 8. We don't need any more.
We get Imperium versus MSK. Yeah, I really enjoyed this match, but the Lumberjacks once again barely do their job.
Yes, Lumberjacks showed up in a very, very mediocre fashion and not just attack. I think they started with an attack, but then they got beat up, and MSK did a dive. And this is by far my favorite MSK tag match so far, versus Imperium.
I'm just glad they're not champions anymore, Marcus.
Yeah, for what they said about Izzy.
Not that. I don't care about Izzy. Oh, what? Your parents gonna boo us?
You were about to say.
Gonna come send people here and boo us? That'd be more views for me anyway, you sucker.
He called your mom and dad. You were about to say fuck Izzy. I heard a tip of your lip, but you realized I think she's like 13 or 14. That would be wrong.
Marcus, I didn't realize. I just mentally stopped.
I was about to go, oh, we're cussing out kids now, man. This show's gotten darker.
All I got to do is I will never accept, and I think everyone knows, I will never accept that push dive. I will never accept it. That push flip dive will never.
Yeah, I don't, but I thought they should have did it into the Lumberjacks. But as Eric pointed out, Manny, do you appreciate the Lumberjacks because they are drunk? That probably was the case.
Why do I appreciate drunk people?
Yeah, Chucky said, we gotta go fight. Chucky said we gotta go out there and fight. I can imagine somebody yelling that. Let's go. I don't know what I'm doing out here. Imperium wins. In dramatic fashion, they said Walter is somewhere. He rarely does his smiling. But I don't know if Walter cares what they're doing anymore.
Do you know what the other thing was? It was like, the last time Imperium won the title, they were just a transitional so they could give them up to MSK, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think this is a real title run because they had an interview in the back with subtitles. I think they're a real deal now. I think they're going to be taken serious.
I don't. I think they're going to pass it off to the Creed brothers.
Ooh, yeah, that's awesome.
But I did put this in the notes because I was clamoring for this to happen for like a good few months. What's happened to Timothy Thatcher?
I don't know. I'm assuming he's hurt of some kind, or he's in limbo of new NXT.
Yeah,
he's not young enough to be with these kids. And then Andre Chase is taking his gimmick, kind of teaching people, but he's also different. And Vince is like, I don't want him.
Fix your teeth.
What's he gonna wrestle? What's he gonna wrestle on the show? Is that what we're gonna have him do? We don't do that here.
We ain't in the business of wrestling anymore.
Yeah, we're not in the wrestling business. In sports entertainment.
And then we get a main event. Now time. for the
It's now
main.
time for the main event. I hope he gets his spot back this week. 'Cause fuck you, Shivani. Fuck you.
Bron Breakker versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship. Do you know? Did you pop as much as I did when Bron Breakker referred to himself in the promo package before as the genetic freak?
Yes. I popped for that. I popped for the Sirens. I popped when they yelled Frank when he did the Frankensteiner in the middle of the match. He's a Steiner, damn it.
I just need more Steiner characteristics to come every week after week. Like I want the Tiger next. I want the Tiger next.
Man, you know we're a week away from Steiner math. We're at this point a week away from him doing Steiner math. Only lost because I had a 25% chance anyway to win.
I would have loved if they renamed it the Frankenbreaker or something.
The Breaker Steiner. I enjoyed the crowd barking like dogs that'll. There we go. Let's go, champion. But overall, it was a fun match. Shocking development. Tommaso Champion, former Ring of Honor alumni. Tommaso Ciampa. Oh.
You called him Tommaso Champion, and I just thought you did that on purpose.
No. That was an accident. Tommaso Ciampa, former Ring of Honor. Wrestler Tommaso Ciampa retained his title in new NXT, where he will rule over all these kids.
Eric said, I hope Mark Henry doesn't threaten to get AEW lawyers on you for taking his catchphrase. What? You? Because we know you're Mark Henry.
Somebody gonna get their wig split. Huh. Somebody gonna get their ass whipped. Huh. Beat him up. Beat him up. By the way, tune in a week from Saturday as WWE will advertise for the return of Eric as he delivers more of his wild takes with his 41 years of wrestling experience.
He's so experienced.
Yeah, you can't tell him different. Can't.
Okay, so we're moving over back to AEW Dynamite.
Dynamite! Duh. Now, already, Dynamite's coming in with just bad clout and karma. Because of Tony Khan's non-stop talking and everybody else just never shutting up about anything. And I just hate them both for the reason Ring of Honor's dead. I didn't see Eric right there. we're on the same page. So they come in with their minimal viewers and everything, and I haven't watched Dynamite in 2 weeks.
I've barely watched it in 2 weeks.
And now the West Coast feed is now synced up with the East Coast feed due to hockey on TNT, so I can watch Dynamite live with the rest of the universe.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. So, Manny, let's go over this Dynamite. What did you think?
So you open up with CM Punk versus Bobby Fish.
When has it ever not? When has it never not opened with CM Punk?
Why is CM Punk a curtain jerker now?
He does nothing. And I know they advertised this match with him and Bobby Fish. And I'm going to say it up front. Fine match. They did good work. I have no complaints about the wrestling match. And, I can bitch and moan about this. But I'm going to bitch and moan about the broader issue. I do not care. Anybody can put on a fine match, but give me a story. Give me a reason. Yeah, he did the run and save and whatnot to whoever Bobby Fish was beating up on. I can't remember, but give something Punk can sink his teeth in. Give him motivation. Bryan Danielson is stretching to get motivation when he's feuding with Eddie Kingston. At least he has that of calling somebody soft. CM Punk doesn't have that. He just has these random matches. He's not entered into their eliminated tournament. He has no plans to do anything. He's just there. Just there.
And then, it was a good opening match for me. It was the most challenging match Punk has had since his return. Which we move into MJF versus Bryce Donovan, a.k.a. the long-lost Young Buck. If you blinked, you would have missed this match.
Manny, I blinked.
He runs down Boston after the end of the match. MJF claims Darby is afraid to turn up to work, claims he's the future AEW champion, fakes the crowd with Sting, but then one of Darby Allin's home movies plays, and then Sting appears, Stang, and takes out the goons, and Darby Allin is in the crowd, then also lends a hand.
Did the Invisible Man gimmick. He was there, in a trench coat and some tape over his face and hiding out. And I enjoyed the Sting troll, the start. And the Hills got their ass whooped, apparently. And, I was okay with this segment. Darby said full gear at the end of it. I enjoyed the vignette as well. Darby eloquently put together. I don't know what budget he had to get all those extras or whatever show he was at to get that footage. But apparently they didn't care about COVID because they were all on top of each other breathing.
Can I just say, this is the start of a segment which I hate, Tony Schiavone. He was all through the show. I didn't need him. He's too much Tony. Where he's talking with Britt Baker, who takes offense to Tony claiming Tay Conti will have a number one title, a women's title.
Nope. You never get through the sentence.
At Full Gear, which Britt Baker takes offense, and she also has a match against Abaddon because she walked out on a match on the Jericho Cruise last weekend.
I haven't seen Abaddon in 800 years. Why do I care? Why do I care? Why does Abaddon get a title shot?
Fuck knows.
There's so many other people on the show, and I don't care. I just don't.
Ethan Page versus Sammy Guevara for the TNT Championship. This match has actually had a decent back and forth. But
tightest tits in the game.
Nothing memorable about this match. Ethan Page attacks Sammy after the bell. Scorpio Sky comes to help. And then the Inner Circle come out. Clear house. Jericho gets on the mic and says nothing of importance other than there's a match coming at Full Gear.
Well, you are missing that Jericho needed to come out with full interest in pyro to make this save. There was so much pyro being shot as they ran out, and they were talking about how the Inner Circle has reunited. I didn't really know they broke up. They kind of were just as separate segments. There was no top team with Scorpio Sky and Page. There's a lot of overacting. Jericho making shitty jack-off jokes. And for the love of God, can he go away? Can he just go away? Jesus. I'm tired of Jericho. Just tired.
So we go to the back with Bryan Danielson and Eddie Kingston having promos about mental health.
He's like, I take a medication, I get angry, it links to the dark side. And I apologize for my back. And I was like, oh, he walked out. And then Bryan Danielson continues to cut promo as if Eddie Kingston was there.
This segment was so dumb.
I was okay with it. I enjoyed the promo, and it gave me something to care about the Eddie and Bryan Danielson match that's happening at the start of Rampage this week. Because there was no reason, him, at least he's in this Eliminator tournament. At least they have a reason to fight. It gave it motivation. It's not like a Punk and Bobby Fish just being like, we're going to do this.
And then the Lucha Bros are interviewed. And let me tell you something, Marcus. I understood what Ray Phoenix said. I don't know why the other guy had to talk longer than what Ray Phoenix said.
You gotta let them know, man. You gotta earn that money. If you're a translator, you gotta earn that money.
I understood what Ray Phoenix was saying.
It doesn't matter, Betty. Maybe I didn't understand. Maybe someone else didn't understand. I understood too. Maybe the 5% in the world who did understand, or maybe there's somebody with hearing disorder didn't understand. Maybe he had to translate. He had to earn his job. If Ray Phoenix is speaking English, that dude's out of a job.
And then we go later on in the night where FTR actually accepts, and Tully states FTR have hit the reset button, and nobody has any idea what's coming down the pipe. We do. It's not the same. It's the same old shit.
Good tag matches with FTR.
That's all it is.
It's just some really good tag matches.
Speaking about really good matches, Serena Deeb versus Shida.
No, Manny, don't you dare just say this is a good match. Don't you dare. How dare you?
Oh, it's a great match.
It's a great match. This is the best story going on in wrestling today, and I don't care. I enjoy the pettiness in the air. I enjoy the hate. This is the only storyline happening in AEW right now I think I 100% am all in for. that I am all in. From the word jump, from the moment Sheeta was about to be awarded a trophy for her 50th win, and Serena D was told that she was match 50, and she didn't allow that shit. She didn't allow that shit to happen one bit, and she beat her ass and broke her trophy in her face. I've been waiting for this rematch to happen, and we get in this eliminator tournament for the TBS or some bullshit title that they're coming up with. Oh, and Sheeta comes out with the broken trophy, talking about, bitch, I'm gonna get my 50th win tonight. I don't care. I don't need no ceremony. Tonight, I'm beating that ass. And they had so much hate and venom each other, and it was a very skillfully done match with Serena D doing her best Natty impersonation.
No, she outdid Natty. She was Bret Hart out there. She was Bret the Hitman Hart out there. And she's done it better in one night than Natty has done her whole career. Whole career.
How dare you? How dare you? You're right. How dare you say that? How dare you? You didn't have to say it. You didn't have to put it in. You didn't have to put it in the universe. You had to speak that to existence. We all know what Serena Deeb's doing out there. She Bret Harting it up. She came out there.
She even did the figure four leg lock across the ring post.
Yes,
like a la Bret Hart.
If you told me Serena Deeb was the daughter of Bret Hart, I believe it. If you told me that her name was Natty Neidhart, I would believe it. I would believe it. Natty wrestles more like Anvil. Serena Deeb is Bret. She's Bret, damn it. And there she is with all the bitterness that Bret has too. She has to encompass all of that. She may have lost this match, but Manny, in the end, I think she won the war, because not only did she lose this match, that bitterness carried over. She started taking out Sheena's knee, and she knew Sheena had that knee protected with that new fashion cloth that she had, that Sasha Banks also had on at one point. She took that leg out. She took it out. Sheena, good luck in the next round, bitch. That's what Serena Deeb was saying. You ain't beat Nyla Rose. Not with no leg. Not with one leg. It's a one-legged woman in ass-kicking concepts. And she can't handle it. She can't handle Serena Deeb. Best wrestler in AEW.
Okay, so now let's look at this, yeah. So now we've got... This isn't an updated card. This is the one from last week.
It's okay. I take it. Bless you. I love when this happens in the NBA playoffs. When they're talking about this isn't the updated round, but we'll wing it anyway.
But I can see no match on here that's gonna give me the entertainment as much as Serena Deeb and Sheeta.
No, I don't look for it. Jay Cargill's gonna beat Thunder Rosa in the whatever. Or is that even the next match, or is it Red Velvet and the Bunny? I'm sorry,
Red Velvet and the Bunny.
Yeah, and then you have Anna Jay and Hayter, and I guess it's gonna be Sheeta versus Nyla Rose again for the millionth time.
I bet you Ruby Soho is going to end up in the fucking final, and they're going to try and sell us on Ruby Soho once again.
The final should be Ruby Soho versus Thunder Rosa, if I'm correct. But that's not going to happen.
It might be Jade.
It's going to be Jade Cargill.
They might have listened to the crowd going, You don't celebrate Black history, Black wrestlers.
Ah, man, we're gonna get black on black crime. Jay Cargill versus Red Velvet. One gotta go in the next round.
Well, Red Velvet probably knock herself out.
She normally does. Manny with the drones. Manny with the drones.
A match that didn't matter, 10 versus Moxley, as Mox bites 10's head. And then Mox makes quick work at 10. 1, 2, 3, he's out of it.
Manny, this is how I react if I had to fight 10. If I'm Jon Moxley, the original WWE jump to AEW guy, the original star of the company, before you had CM Punk in every segment and what you had to hear from him, before you had your Stang and your Bryan Danielson, you had Jon Moxley escaping from prison. And now he is upset and he had to fight fucking 10 in this tournament. He doesn't get a real opponent. Bryan didn't get to fight Eddie Kingston and, you know, whoever else in this tournament has these opponents who actually have done something in their life. I have to fight 10. This is what happens when a 1 fights an 8 seed, Manny. This is what happens. They get eaten. And literally on TV. 10 got fucked up. and he deserved it. And I like this segment.
Okay, you have now spoken longer than what actually the match happened.
Yes. Yeah. It's official. 10 had to get fucked up. And that's the anger I would have came to the ring with. I would have beat his ass, I would have ripped his mask off, and I would have bit him on the nose. Because I'm a savage.
And then we move on to Cody trying to suck up to the crowd, saying he's not taking the easy way out. Saying he will not turn. Andrade comes out, tells him he doesn't care about the people. And Cody makes stupid decisions like his tattoo. And he's going to make him a little bitch.
I was applauding Andrade's English.
I wasn't. I wanted subtitles. This was awful.
I thought he was fine. I thought he was fine this week. I thought everything. He's like, Cody, you my little bitch. At least he's not Alberto Del Rio saying Pedro every single time he's out there. That's the only word. No, he called him a little bitch right off the bat. And I'm going to zoom to the segment, then go back to the Cody speech. Malachi Black comes out. It's dark, but then the lights kind of come on, and you kind of see him slide into the ring, which kind of killed the effect. And I was like, why did that happen? And then they come out. Then the bastard Pac makes the save for Cody. And they stay the two rivals of WWE who feuded over whatever on SmackDown. Both left.
More main event.
Or as I like to call it, Selena's men. Both left.
Yeah, so that happened.
So, what do you think about Cody's plea to the audience? So please don't boo me.
No, I'm gonna boo the hell out of you.
Yeah, he gave me no reason why not to, man. Like
everything he said was more of a reason to do it more.
Yeah, he was pouring it on him now. Now that you're begging for it, this is pathetic. This is pathetic. This is the road to the top. I know what your reality show is. You're getting booed, son. There's no reason. You come out there from under the ring and your elaborate pyro. You go out there, you're talking about your father, how great he is, and how great Dustin is, and he's probably a better wrestler than you, and you're like, please don't boo me. I do charity work. I helped build this place, damn it. Don't boo me. Tony Khan writes the checks, but I built the bank. Yeah. Cheer me. No. You're getting booed because of the neck tattoo. You're getting booed because you're oblivious. You're getting booed because you have all this pyro. You're getting booed because you always got to talk about Triple H or something who just had a heart attack. And you're talking about that man burying people. Shut up, Cody. You little bitch. As Andrade says. Jesus. Don't need it. Told Arn Anderson he loves him. Arn Anderson's more over than you. He got a Glock.
No, Arn Anderson's Glock is more over than Cody.
Yes. So, Cody, shut up, okay? I don't want to hear about you. I don't want to hear about your wife. Just turn heel so people can love you again.
And then we get to the main event. I can't even do that one. I can't even say it like, come on, Henry.
It's time for the main event.
Dark Order versus the Super Elite. Once you've seen a Super Elite match, you've seen them all.
Whoa. But that statement is also true.
I like how you're arguing a statement that you're agreeing with.
Yes. While your statement is also true, you have to see this shit to believe it, though. And this isn't me coming with hate. And this is going to be somebody who... I'm going to say this out front. In full disclosure, I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed the theatrics of the match. I enjoyed all the entertainment of the match. However, I still have complaints because I'm a wrestling fan and I'm pickled. I just feel like everything that went on in this match shouldn't be in the main event. It shouldn't be involving the world title. It shouldn't be involving your world champion. Although I was entertained by it. And we haven't even described what's going on in this match other than it's a tag
Because
match.
I don't want to, Marcus. Do you know why? Because go back to 2 weeks ago when I described Jungle Boy and his jungle friends with Christian versus the Super Elite. Because that's exactly what I got with Halloween costumes. With Halloween costumes. That's all I got.
Yeah. Maybe you don't understand the joy in Halloween. You don't have the joy in your heart. Similar to Eric, you guys hate Halloween. And I don't know if you guys don't celebrate in the UK anyway. This was Halloween horrific, in which there was some cosplay in it, in which they decided to, I don't know what the fuck the Dark Order was on. Some cowboy shit, or I guess. And
Well,
then
Stu
you
Grayson
had-
was dressed up as Tommaso Ciampa from the night before.
I know. I was like, ooh, dang, someone got to you first. Someone got to you first, huh?
So I'm sure another podcast is probably going to tell you that he copied someone.
Yeah,
WWE's Tommaso Ciampa copied him, even though it happened the day before.
yeah. He got the tip from Charlotte that he was going to do it or something. No. And if I had to take a God of War cosplayer, it wouldn't be Stu Grayson. It wouldn't be Ciampa either, but I would have Big Daddy Triple H doing it, and would pull it off better than both of those guys because he's a lot larger than both men. It does seem like an evolution of Triple H. Like, I want Triple H to come out on Friday in his God of War outfit. Just to be like, I'm sorry, guys. But, yeah, this happened. And, you know, a lot of shenanigans in this match. The Elite came on as the Ghostbusters. And, Manny, if you were to point out who was who in the Ghostbusters, who do you think was Winston?
None of them.
Oh, no, I disagree.
None of them. Do you remember the guy that was also the secretary in Ghostbusters 2?
Chris Hemsworth? Are we talking about the reboot?
No, not the reboot. It was the original one. The one that
he
ended
was
up
the accountant. Rick
the
Moranis.
accountant. Yeah.
Yeah, Rick Moranis.
There was no Winston. It was Rick Moranis when he put on the suit as well.
See,
there is no Winston in that group. There is no Winston in that group.
I 100% disagree with you, Manny, and here's why.
The only person I'm going to accept that come out of your mouth is Nick Jackson. Anyone else, I know will be mad at you.
Nope. It is not Nick Jackson. I am going to say it is Adam Cole as Winston. Because there were already 3 Ghostbusters in the Elite. There was Bill Murray, Rick Moranis, and Dan Aykroyd. That is Kenny Omega and the Bucks right there. Winston joins on just to do a job, similar to the way Adam Cole is just joining on to do a job. Plus, he had more spray tan on than anybody. He was doing borderline blackface. I'm saying it right here. Adam Cole was dressed as Winston. I got it out my chest. JR was over this match. He was like, the referee's not paying attention to anything. Because there was a big splash with Nakazawa. And then there was proton pack attacks. And they suplex people in proton packs. And at the end of the day, Hankman was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man who got his comeuppance on the damn Ghostbusters. And I enjoyed all of this, but I hated it at the same time. I don't know who I am anymore.
So, Marcus asked me at the beginning, during our little pre-ramble before the show went live, he said, what did I think of this match? I said it was trash. He laughed and agreed with me. And then I asked him the question, why did you ask me the question when you knew the answer already?
I needed to hear it. I need to hear it in the universe. I need to hear it. I need you to justify not only my hate, but my love for the segment. If this segment was a woman, I would have hate fucked this segment. That's what it is, basically. That's what it is.
I hate you. I hate you.
I hate you. But it has everything I love about it. I don't know. But this shouldn't be happening in the main event. Hangman Page is, your sympathetic guy. I understand the reveal at the end of the attack, but I thought it was just a little too goofy. It was too goofy for the world title. You would never see Roman doing it.
This would have fit the main event of Rampage, where they do the show back to front. This would have fit the Rampage where things don't really matter as much because it's like a second tier show. But have fun, but you're going in towards your final few shows before Full Gear. You need to start becoming serious. And which brings me back to this interview Adam Cole had on, I think, one of the AEW podcasts. I think it's AEW Unrestricted, where he was talking about what he learned from Shawn Michaels and Triple H. And he said, and he was talking about in-ring psychology and making things matter more, and doing less of the jokey bullshit you would have done on the indies and stuff like that. Immediately what I see is The camel clutch. The camel clutch with the kisses on the cheek from the Young Bucks. And I'm like, what did you learn? What did you really learn, Adam Cole? Really? What did you learn? Because you were doing this in Ring of Honor before you went to NXT.
He learned nothing. I can see Triple H go. Shawn Michaels going, "You could have been me, kid. You could have been me. I was living my life to you. This is
know what he did?
I would never do this shit."
Do you know when the Young Bucks when he saw on that TV the Young Bucks kissing Adam Cole on the cheek while he had one of them in a camel clutch? Shawn Michaels lost his smile again.
Just cry. That was what originally killed Triple H when Adam Cole debuted. He's like, he's going to do some cartoon shit over there again. I know it. I got it all out of his system. He's going to do that cartoon shit. And then Triple H was like, oh, there he is kissing the Young Bucks. There goes my guy. That was my champ.
And then Vince McMahon in his ivory tower said, like, look at him. He loves it.
He loves it. He could have.
This is why I lowballed him. This is why I didn't sign him.
He could have been Keith Lee's manager. This would have been fine. He could have peed in his pants like Drake Maverick. It would have been great. But yeah, that was Dynamite, and in a return to Wednesday night, not the best return. I thought it was just an tonally uneven show, in which you have Jon Moxley being serious as fuck and killing a man on TV, and then you get the Ghostbusters as the world champion, in which he's trying to fight to get, and then you have CM Punk just in his own universe.
For me, other than the CM Punk match and the Serena Deeb and Shida match, I didn't care for this.
No, I'm giving the show, dude, like, Serena Deeb and Shida was in. I enjoyed CM Punk, Bobby Fish. I enjoyed the main event. The show was solid, but I can't give it higher than a C+, because it just didn't seem like there was no gravity to any of these title matches or contender matches or eliminator matches or people showing up. The crowd seemed to have a good time. Well, I'm going to argue with that.
Well, yeah, I always feel like they kind of phoned it in a little bit, especially with the main event, because normally they would have put on a better main event.
No, I don't think the main event was them phoning it in, Manny. This is them going, we're going to take our time, we're going to do Ghostbusters, we're going to plan our entrance, we're going to cross the streams, we're going to do super kicks together, we're going to put the prototype back. This was still 100%. I can see them coming to the back. Oh, and then, like, people just throwing shit on brainstorming, and then let's do this, and then let's do this, and then you know what? Hangman Page takes off the thing, and it's Hangman Page just straight up watch little man. Oh! So I feel like there's a lot of time taken to this.
Like I because the only things I enjoyed was CM Punk's match and Serena Deeb versus Shida. I always feel bad for giving it a C+, but I don't think like it deserves anything higher than that. At minimum, it's a B-. But that's being nitpicky. But it is definitely it is a C+.
A C+ is a B-. It's just petty. It's just on how petty the teacher is, Manny. That's all it is. Like, I want them to feel good about themselves, so I'm gonna give them a B- instead of a C, so they don't look at it and be like, "Oh, I'm just average, kinda."
So that was the end of Dynamite, and realistically, if this was head to head, NXT would have won it for me.
Yeah, Halloween Havoc blows this out the water. It was just. It had Chucky, it had gimmicks, it had Toxic Attraction, winning everything. It had all of it. Dakota Kai and the plot twist. All of this.
I tell you what, none of these shows had.
What's that?
Damien Demento!
He's back! My Halloween spirit animal. The man that looks like he jumped out of a piñata. The man that looked like he gave birth to Tyson Comco.
And you know what? If anyone's listening, it's Maurice's fault that Damien Demento is back in our lives.
Yes.
And I did some research.
Oh my God.
Damien Demento really was only in WWE for like a year.
I got less than that.
1992, 1993.
I have minutes. Damien Demento memories. Just minutes. Like, when you said a year, I thought that's longer than I thought it was. I thought it was a couple of months.
The thing is,
I only remember his image. I only remember him. Go ahead.
The only thing that was so when Maurice brought him up, Damien Demento either made a serious impact in his life in 1992 of watching wrestling, that it's ingrained into his soul.
Yes, he does. He's a horror. He's my Horcrux.
Because all I think of
put my
Damien,
soul in
Damien
various
Demento
wrestlers.
is like one of those characters like Nails.
Yeah, it reminds me. He's like the goon. He comes out as one of them guys, and it's just a bunch of gimmicks that I will never forget that WWE threw at us as a child. I was a child, damn it, Vince. I was a child. You forced this on me. I was young. Now I'm never gonna. I've been dreaming about David Demento for 30 years. Damn it.
Just remember, I've never forgot about what Tatanka did. Never.
Yeah.
I needed that in 94.
Never forget, he sold out. He sold out.
Eric's thrown out Duke the Dumpster.
Duke
you say his name properly. Duke the Dumpster Drosy. He had a surname.
Duke the Dumpster Fire, man. But all these old gimmicks, the Sultan and Drosy, the Matador, Tito Santana, what was the Macedon? What's his name? The dude with the horse head? I can't believe I'm blanking out his name now.
Mantor?
All
Adam
these
Bomb.
Adam Bomb. Dakota from Hawaii Crush. Also a member of Demolition Crush. Also a member of the Disciple Crush.
His finisher was done.
Yes. I kind of want someone to be like, what are you doing? I'm going to squeeze your brain together. Man, this doesn't work. I hope you haven't practiced this on nobody. It doesn't work. Whoever told you this move is lying. Hakushi with his tattoos on his face. We were young, Vince. You can't do this to us. Random gimmicks. You know how many urges I have every year for Halloween to be one of these old ass gimmicks? I could be Papa Shango this year. No one will get the reference, but I'm stuck with these memories in my head. What about fucking Skinner? The fucking dude just spit out tobacco and he just hung around. Oh my god. Oh my god, these gimmicks. Just way too many. We were all young and all victims of gimmicks. Just thrown in there all these bad wrestlers. And that's the problem with modern wrestling. None of these fools are memorable like that. David Demento was around for probably 6 months of TV time. He probably had 4 matches. But yet, he is stuck in each of our memories of randomness. I'm going he's like Damien Demento.
Damien Demento is one that I forgot about until Maurice brought him up. 100% is someone I forgot about. Until Maurice brought him up, and then I was like, "Oh yeah!" And then I did my research, and do you know what he does now? He's a sculptor.
Oh, nice! You know, he really turned his life around.
Nathan Jones don't count, Eric. He was
Nathan Jones a movie. Yeah, he's a movie star. What's the dude? He was at the Thanksgiving. He ate peas before. He was a part of the Ruthless Aggression era. He really just a muscle bound guy.
I
forget his name. It's not Nathan Jones, but yeah, he was at Thanksgiving and he was like talking about same old sour meat, same old sour bread. Give me something to beat. Like he forced himself into the Thanksgiving party or something. Oh my god, I know his name all the time until right now.
Luther Cross.
No, it was Luther something. It was Luther something.
Luther Reigns.
No,
It was Luther Reigns.
Luther Reigns. Jesus. Eric Escobar. Just like these modern wrestlers.
Remember Jesus, the one that stabbed John Cena.
Yes. the man that inspired Wardlow to do his job with MJF. Because every time I see him, I think of Luis stabbing Carlito.
Okay, so if you've heard this last bit, I want you to email us or leave in the comments down below your favorite gimmick from the early 90s to the 2000s.
I think you need to clarify. You need to go with bad gimmicks because maybe someone may say Undertaker, and it's like, that
No,
ruins everything.
we know they know what we're talking about.
Gangrel ruined
we
everything.
spent 10 minutes talking about Hakushi, Adam Bomb. Is someone gonna come and go? Oh yeah, the Undertaker was cool. If you do that, I don't want you part of our fan base anymore.
Oh, Mankind's amazing. Mankind. No, that's not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about that.
There we go. There we go. Flash Funk, formerly Scorpio Sky. No, Scorpio.
No, it's Too Cold Scorpio.
Scorpio. There we go. The man that influenced the king, the Kang of the ring, Javier Woods. That is Xavier Woods' favorite wrestler.
You know what? Fuck it. My favorite wrestler of all time is Tugboat, and no one can tell me different.
Yeah, he was always on strike. That was his gimmick.
Yeah.
He'd just walk up and down the crowd claiming he's on strike.
So many bad gimmicks. Alright, let's end the show. This is an hour and 15 minutes, and I don't know why. I think I ran it like 8 times.
Oh, yeah. So that's the end of the show. We'll be back next Saturday. The last Saturday with just me and Marcus, where it returns the following Saturday as the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. What was that, Marcus? It was the
Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast.
And on that note, peace.
Can't believe you did.
We're still live, Marcus, because guess what's this Saturday?
What, Manny?
Crouching Tiger.
You didn't do it! Oh, yeah? Manny, you got your do-rag ready?
No. Marcus, I'm not doing it. One, because I'll look like a Sikh, and I feel like that would be very bad.
You're not. You can do it. You can pull it off. And again, remember the show, people forgive racism. They forgive racism.
What I will be the crouching tiger. You will be the hidden do-rag.
Oh, fuck. That's the most racist tag team ever. But I'll allow it.
And on that note, guys, we out. Peace.